Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. Good morning. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We're back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. Gonna be a short stream today because it is Father's Day. So you guys make sure, if you're fortunate enough to still have your fathers here with you, you at least call and wish them a happy Father's Day. But also maybe spend a little time with them. Alright, so we're going to dive right into it. I've got to fertilize this field. This is one of our fields down south here. So let's hire this guy out. I need to go down there and get the roller too. Yep, down to him. I can find him. There he is. Almost passed him up. So good morning. Yeah, good morning, Twitchy. How's everybody doing today? Move this guy over here kind of out of the way. My fertilizer can fertilize that field. Here we go. Alright. So, been hauling grass over here to the silo down south. We were running a little low. I have something new to introduce you to. Right over here. So that's a 7R that we bought. That's always a good investment. Anything that's green and yellow is always a good investment. And that's a great tractor right there too. The old International. Got something to introduce you guys to. Now, I bought this. I made some money from the contracts, and I had just enough for this. And I'm primarily going to use this on the prairie land grass or the meadow grass. Kind of the open lots that are not plowed up into fields that we haven't done yet. Because mowing with the other mower, unless you're going to hire it, that's kind of tedious. It's only 4 meters wide. I found something else. This is available in the mod hub, at least on the PC. I don't know if this is on consoles or not. But this is available on PC in the mod hub. Dun, dun, dun. Ba-ba. This is, it's branded as Lizard. This is a 27 meter wide mowing system, mowing deck. Well, I say deck. Really, it's like multiple, like decks. It's really nice. So you can hook this up. It will go, I try to mow around 12 miles an hour. It can reach up to 24, but I think you need a bigger tractor because I tried getting it up to 24 with mine, and of course this is a hilly area, but couldn't really get it to that. So it will do about 12. But yeah, I'm gonna call it Mozilla. It's really nice. It's a really big mower. I'm just gonna keep that down here because this is primarily where a lot of our meadow kind of grass areas are, but except for these fields here. So we've got the open lot there, we've got the open lot there, we've got the open lot there, all a bunch of open lots down here, and it's a whole lot better to mow them that way. Because you can't use the in-game GPS, and you really just you almost can't even use the enhanced GPS. These open lots are not straight at all. So another thing we got to talk about, I have planted beans all down here. I've still, you know what? Matter of fact, I need to bring that roller up here and roll these two fields. Planted beans over here or down here. There's another field right there. If we can afford it when the time comes, we might pick that field up. It's not too expensive. It's 128, but it is in beans. So, planted beans there, and there. So if we can't afford the big field, which I'm hoping we can when the time comes, then we'll have a little bit of beans at least. So we got to talk about this tractor. This is the Ford TW35. I found this on itch.io. Fantastic tractor. I really, 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 really like this tractor. It's got great in-cab decoration, animation. Got a beacon. That's probably one of the biggest things. I usually have duals on it, but I put it on the Lizard here. Only one problem with this tractor. It's got a bad fuel pump or something. I can't refuel it. It's kind of like the international tractor that I had, the articulated one that we sold. But yeah, tried going to different gas stations, could not do it. Tried going to the fuel tanks at the farms, could not fuel it. Tried resetting it. Tried unhooking the planter. Tried pretty much everything that I know to try. Ooh, I hear a train. There goes the train. But yeah, tried everything, and I cannot get this thing. Apparently it doesn't have a refuel trigger on it. So we could always sell it and buy it back, but I mean, that's kind of silly to do that. So when this thing does finally run out of gas, I'm going to call the guys at the shop and tell them to come pick it up, and I'll just sell it back. It's got a rare, one of those rare fuel pumps that you can't find anymore. It's so old. So yeah, probably going to sell this back when the time comes. So actually, let me fold it up. I'll go ahead and take it back up north. We're done planting down here now. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been doing contract after contract after contract. You would not believe the contracts. As a matter of fact, I think I've still got one that I haven't maybe collected on yet. This thing will ever save. Yep, there's the last one. Do I dare hit the button? No, I don't right now. I'm a little tired doing contracts from doing them. So I'm not even going to hit the button right now. What we're going to do now, I'm going to take this back up north, and then I'm going to go grab our truck, and we're going to sell some more silage. I've already sold one full truckload of silage. That helped us buy the new mowing system. Mozilla, I think is what we're going to call it. So we've got that. And I have managed to pay back the loan a little bit more. So let's see, finances. Up there we go. So I'm down to 2 million even. So I paid another 200,000 on it. And this is still just the second day of April here. But yeah, there's a ton of contracts that pop up in April. Eventually, and I was really hoping maybe to get to it today, we can get to the beans and get those sold. And then just maybe still keep, I mean, the thing is you want to sell beans in either June or July. But there's probably going to be some contracts in between there that I just won't be able to refuse. So we'll look for the big ticket contracts. None of these little smaller contracts, you know. We'll look for the big ticket contracts. Right now there's only the kind of small ticket. Anything under 20,000 is kind of a small ticket contract. And I am not using the contract boost mod. I decided not to. I don't know, it just feels kind of wrong to do it that way. I come up with this whole storyline too of how, like, okay, the new government administration is gonna pay us extra for agricultural contracts and farming or something like that, and as long as we promise to sell our goods within the U.S. and not to Russia or China or something like that, you know. I don't know. I come up with a whole thing and I was like, yeah, still feels like cheating. So, Dr. Pepper time. Gotta drink my coffee. Oh yeah, planted barley. So apparently you can plant barley in the spring now on this map. Got that custom geo. I should have turned right there. Got that custom geo, and you can plant barley in the spring. Now, I don't know when it's going to be ready to harvest. I do know when you plant the winter barley, it's ready like in June-ish. Let's go look at that. So yeah, if you look at barley, it's the second one down there. So you can plant it in April, you can plant it in May, but then it says it's harvestable from June through September. So at the very latest, what we planted this spring, unless it swings over to the next year, and even if it does, it's not a big deal. Even if it does, we've got it in the ground. But we might be able to harvest it maybe in August and September, maybe. I'm thinking if you plant it in September and October, then it might be ready in June and July. Maybe that's how that works. I don't know. We'll see. If it's harvestable this year, we'll harvest it. If we have a harvester. We should have a harvester by then, hopefully. But we are going to go haul some more loads of silage. Check on those guys. The one down south, I took a partial load out of there. So there's another partial load down there. And this one's got a lot. It's got about 400,000 in there. So we can make a little bit more money, maybe pay back more on our loan and get that down. And then we'll probably do some fast timing, see if we can get some big ticket contracts. Trying not to buy anything except for that mower. I was like, man, I gotta have the grass to make the silage, you know. I know I've got a load of clover in both silos, but we really needed that grass to kind of help out. So we definitely, I've planted corn all up here, so we'll have plenty of corn silage come September when we cut that. So I've got corn over in those fields that we own, corn in the Pac-Man field, corn down here. Plus, there's another field right there that we might buy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how our finances look by the time that, you know, rolls around. What's up? How's it going? Good morning. Welcome in. Happy Father's Day if you're a father. If you still have your father, make sure you call and wish him a happy Father's Day today. So, going to be a short stream. Not going to be a extended. You know, normally we do like 7 to noon-ish. I'm thinking it's probably going to be, I was a little bit late today, so maybe 7:30 to about 10:30, so about maybe a little more than half a stream. Unfortunately, with these tractors, I love this Ford tractor, but it does not apparently have a fuel trigger on it. I wish it did. Wish I knew how to do that. I don't know how to add stuff like that to stuff, so we'll end up selling this back. Sometimes, you know, when you download mods, you try to test them out the best you can, but there's some tests like fuel, unless you use it for a while, you don't know how it's going to be until you actually like run it out of gas or run it low on gas or lower, you know, use a little bit and try it out. But I did check the International, it works, and all the other tractors, the other Ford, the smaller one, it works. So, and still even thought about maybe selling some of those back, but I'll hold off for now. All right, let's go down to the truck. It's in here somewhere. There we go. So we are going to load up with silage. Got at least one full load here, and then we've got a partial load down south. So hopefully between the two it'll make 2 full loads. Where are we going? Look around here. Silage. The last load I sold at the animal dealer. That's where the best price was. Looks like it might be the animal dealer this time. They're up to 225. Whoops. Let's check on the thing in town. Yeah, they're 217. Yeah, we're going back to the animal dealer, so just right down the road. Still filling. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Oh, there's a thing there. Kind of a sharp turn. Usually I go in the other direction, to be honest. Got these fields all fertilized up here, got them rolled. I think we're pretty much ready to go. We're done with spring planting. Fields are prepped. I do know that next time I'm going to try to get the tillage done in the fall. Try to get that done ahead of time, so all I got to do is just kind of get into spring and get into the months that I can actually plant. And that's all you got to do. The blue silo? What about the blue silo? Yeah, you know, I looked for... There are some of those blue harvestor silos in the mod hub, but they don't... I guess these that are on this map are like custom for this map. As far as like the production side. Because the other ones, you know, you can put grass, you know, and the basic stuff in there, but they don't have like alfalfa and clover triggers. So if we wanted to add some, I don't know. I don't know if you can find harvestor silos that do the alfalfa and chaff or not. Maybe those do. I don't know. Be something to test. All right, let's sell some silage. What'd you think of John? Yeah. I can't believe somebody came in his stream and said that. Isn't that what those silos do in real life, though? Aren't they fermenting silos? I don't see how it's really cheaty, but, I mean... If it's part of the map, though... Alright, so there's 54,000. Let's get another load. I'm going to go down south and grab what's in that one down there. And I definitely need to get that roller going too while I'm down there. I think I still need to fertilize those two big fields too. Planted barley up here, and then right off the edge over there, you probably can't see the field really that great from here. Why can't if you go outside the cabin? Got the other guy down there. I had him plant barley down there as well. Because eventually, once we get there, we're gonna buy the brewery and start making the beer. That's coming. We've already got a little bit of barley, but it's always nice to have a little extra. On the stream yesterday, and I opened up a Dr. Pepper Zero, and somebody said, that a beer you just opened? I'm like, no, not a beer. Nope, that's a Dr. That's either Dr. Pepper Zero or an orange soda zero for me. Or a pizza. I do still have my pizza, and I snack a little bit in between. Gotta have snacks. Snacks are good. I like taking snacks to work. The ladies like it when I take the snacks to work too. They're like, what did you bring, you know, as far as snacks? I'm like, well, I got this, I got that. So, yeah. You start working in a hospital department where you're the only guy, and it's mainly women, and you know they get kind of moody sometimes, especially, you know, every 30 days or so. You want to have snacks for them, so don't want to not have the snacks. I feel I know a little too much about stuff that maybe I shouldn't know stuff about. I mean, I do work in the medical field, but you know, when you hear the details from people you work with and stuff, it's like, okay. I'm just gonna park this right here. Gonna sell this trailer back at some point too. It doesn't have the capacity that our new one does. Probably buy a second one of those, maybe a different, try a different brand again. We know that Big Pottinger works. This is not the field side, I need to go around. We know the Pottinger works, so we'll try the different brands. I know he's working on some other brands. He's working on a Krone one. And I think he's working on a, gosh, can't remember the brand. I think he's working on a Bergman. Working on a different Bergman, maybe a bigger Bergman or something. I don't know. This one we'll stay away from. This is unless he's got a new one in the pack. This one's kind of broken. It makes a lot of noise. So, but we know the Pottinger works. Alright, so that's all that's in that silo. Yep. We head back up to our silo up there and finish filling this up, top it off. Actually, before I do that, let me get the Burt guy over here. Should be done down there. Pretty normal if you're bringing snacks in to work with you. You have to make sure there's enough. All the ladies, yep. Especially chocolate. Alright, so they definitely need to be rolled, but I think I'm going to fertilize them first. So I got those. Everything over here should be rolled and fertilized. So these are the last two. I got to fertilize these and then roll them too. So tell you what, I'll put the fertilizer guy on one field and I'll put the roller on the other one, and then we'll swap them out later. Go down Bob's Road here. Gotta find this road. It's like Bob's Road. Country road. Like John Denver used to sing about. Country road, take me home. I'll never hear that song anymore without thinking of a doctor a surgeon that used to sing that song. He would sing it in surgery, and he was Asian. He was of Asian descent, So when he sung it, you know, it had a little bit of a dialect to it, we should say. So he certainly didn't sound like John Denver. R.I.P. John Denver. That's still crazy that he died way back in the day. Gosh, what was that? The 90s, early 2000s that he died. He died in a. It was kind of like an ultralight. It was a experimental type craft that he had bought. What else did John Denver sing? I know there's probably some other songs that I'd probably recognize, but can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Other than Country Road. I did test this one. This tractor you can refuel. So we're good to go with this one. I actually found another one. I guess I need to test it first before I decide to buy it here. This is the 4455. That one I think goes up to a 4955 maybe. Got a little more horsepower under the hood. But they might even be made by the same people. I don't know who made this one, but I want to say maybe AAA Modding did these. But it almost kind of feels like it has his touch on it. So may invest in one of those. Also may invest in not another 5088, but a 7200 series Case IH. Get one of those. There's a couple different versions out there. Well, actually, there's 3 different versions. But there's a couple. One was by Matt26, and I'm trying to remember who did the other one. But there's a couple versions out there. And then we've got a Stevie-fied version, so might be best to go with the Stevie-fied version. It's got strobe lights on it. It's nice. I think it's got a few more ponies in it too. A little off-topic question. What mic do you use? A desktop mic or just your headset mic? This is actually a, what is this? I don't even know if they make it anymore. They probably still do, maybe. It's a Yeti mic. Not the blue Yeti. This is the black studio Yeti mic. And I've got the microphone Rode PSA arm, I think is what it's called. And it's got the shock thing for the mic. We should be good to go from there. Find the truck. I'm just hitting the button to see if there's any big ticket contracts. I don't see any right now. I guess I could hit the refresh. Oh, there went a road sign. I could hit the refresh, not the refresh button. What's the clear list button and see if any pop up on there. Yeah, this, if I had to do it over again, I don't know that I would get this one. I would probably get a, what are they called? And I may still get one in the future, but it's like a directional mic. I would have to redo my mounting system because right now I've got the arm set up to where the microphone is like above me, kinda. Not really it's not like, you know, a lot of streamers, you know, they have their mic booms kind of at where it comes up from the bottom, and then they kind of speak down into their mics. This, I've got it set up to where I can kind of speak. It's kind of set up like a radio station boom. So it's at it almost looks like I'm recording a song. It hangs from the shock mount, and it's kind of comes out to my chair. Oh, kind of up, not really, well, kind of over it. It's not really over me, but it's kind of up. I have to reach up to adjust it. That's what it's not one of those like, you know, you just reach it down below you and adjust it. But it works. Just hanging around. I should have turned. I always forget to turn right here. You're having issues switching between vehicles. Oh. Like it's freezing? I don't know. That could be a number of things. It could be a mod conflict. That's usually always the first thing that it is a certain type of mod conflict. I would say just, you know, if it's not a mod conflict, if you don't have any mods in your game and you're having issues, then it's probably a hardware issue or maybe a graphics setting issue. It could be something in the game, and then you have to basically pretty much uninstall and reinstall it. Try that. But it could be a hardware issue. If you're on PC, it could be anything from graphics card to memory to something like that. Plus, some trucks have white tires. I would say that's probably a graphics thing. That sounds like a graphics or memory thing. Unless it's all modded stuff, and it could still be a mod conflict. Try loading one of the base game maps and don't activate any mods. Of course, I mean, if you still have the mods in your folder, though, just don't activate them for that game. I don't know if that actually turns them off fully or not. On PC, you know, you can just move all your mods out of the folder. I don't know if we'll fit all of this in here, but we'll have another full load. How much we got left in there? Tell you what, while I'm in this menu, I'm gonna go hit that. Yeah, there's not much left down. That's been processed down there, and then we got 62 there. So we'll wait. While I'm in here, I'm gonna do this button trick here. So left is refresh, R is clear. Nothing is really popping up that's a big ticket item, so I'm gonna clear the list. And then hit refresh and see if any big ticket items pop up. Sometimes it takes a minute. Oop, I saw something else. And it could all be the same stuff. I have to go into the next month. So I don't know if we'll be able to afford the field over there or not. I did talk to the guys at the John Deere dealership. And I told them that, you know, we were in the market for some new harvesters. And they said, well, what are you looking for? And I said, well, we're kind of needing a little bit of everything. I said, we're needing to do grain harvesting. We're needing to do corn harvesting. I said, we're also needing to do, you know, chaff harvesting, you know, for corn silage. And, you know, they kind of perked up and they're like, well, you know, we have some equipment if you want to pick up some of it and test it this fall during the harvest season. You're more than welcome to. So I was like, okay, well, we'll think about that. So yeah, they want our business. So they said we could, you know, test drive some of the equipment. Well, that was nice of them. That's the best story I can come up with, guys. Apparently, you can drive all the equipment off the lot up there. I don't know if they charge you for it though. I don't think they do. I think it's kind of set up like the equipment over on Silver Run, where you can use like the mining equipment and stuff. You don't technically own it, and you can't tab to it. So I'm assuming we'd probably have to lease our headers or something, or just outright buy some headers. All right, we're still selling here. I'm assuming, hopefully. Gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom for silage. Almost to the bottom. Can't remember my ABC orders here. Here we are. Right there. Yeah, we're still selling here. Secondary would be the biogas. Alright, we got enough to pay another 100 back on the loan. Oh, you're a horsey. Yep, they're right back there in that pen. Alright, so there's another 54 grand. Pull over here and check our contract list again here. They're popping up, but they're the smaller ticket items. I cleared the list. I mean, these, we could do them, but, I mean, time is money. And it would take a while to get a lot of these small ticket items done and cleared. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fast time a little bit. Watch our productions here. There's not a whole lot I can do as far as refilling them, because I don't think the other fields will be ready maybe until May or even later. So we will fast time just a little bit. And the button for that. Then I'll stop periodically to check the status of the contracts. Go run over here to the deer dealership and see what all they got. Yeah, buddy, we may have to test drive the X9. I think we're good on the implements. Test drive the X9 maybe, and then the 9000 series forage harvester. I don't think we need to test drive the tractors really. I mean, we'll get those as they come. Got the S7 there. As far as buying something, if we bought something, it'd probably be something red first, because I think it's cheaper. Cheaper than, you know, deer. Let's slow down time here. Okay. So we'll go look. Hit the button in here again. Guess I could try clearing the list again. See what pops up. It looks like it's going to be all the same stuff. Looking for big ticket contracts. I've been getting, you know, a lot of big ticket contracts. I think I've done them all. That might be why none of them are popping up here now. Yeah, we got some stuff that Mr. Stevie has. There's a 12,000 weeding. That's the biggest one I've seen. Where's that at? That's kind of down there. Where is that? That's down there at the other farm down there. I think we need some bigger ones. I at least want to get to, if we can, get to the point where we can sell the beans. Because we'll make a lot of money from that. And then here in a minute, we might be able to sell some more silage too. Go to about 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock? Let's go to 5 o'clock. See if anything pops up in here. Still no great big ticket items. Check our silage. Between the two, we might have another truckload, but I think I'm gonna keep going and let those fill up a little more. Sounds of Montana. You're listening to the sounds of Montana. And it's getting dark. Alright, let's go check that list again. Something popped up. Must not be a big ticket one because I don't see. Let me do this again. There's a 15 one. There's a hoeing one for 15. Where's that at? It's down there at that southern farm. That's not bad. Guess we could run and do that real quick. Find a tractor that's up there where... You know what? We've got one right here. Use this one. We need to use the fuel out of this one anyway. Again, love this tractor. It's a nice tractor. I just can't refuel it. I guess I could sell it and buy another one. I don't know. Well, we ain't that rich. So, be nice if you could refuel it. There's nothing to bail on the map you're playing. What map are you playing where there's nothing to bail? Boy, those saves are something. That's the field just to the west of the silo there at the farm. I don't know. I don't know if you could refuel it with the power tool mods or not. I've tried everything. I've tried resetting it. I've gotten in and out of it. I've detached everything from it. I think it just doesn't have a trigger, so I would say that probably would not work. It's got to have a fuel trigger to refuel. The horse map, I bought the only grass field and put beans in it. Well, you can't bale beans, can you? I mean, you can if you've got the extended straw mod on. Oh, maybe that's what you're saying. Because technically you don't, without that mod, you can't bale the beans. I got you. Yeah, see, the soybean straw is built into this map. We don't have to have the extended straw mod. So, it's actually a separate, it's not just straw, it's soybean straw. So, you can sell that later, and then you actually get a better price for the soybean straw. And then you can do the corn stalks as well. You don't get as much for the corn stalks, though. Soybean straw is definitely more, worth more. I'm the only one you watch that makes you want to try a Ford tractor. I like the Ford tractors. I like this one. I mean, it's a nice tractor. The only thing is I can't refuel it. I wish it had the refuel trigger. I had another tractor that was like that. The articulated International. The old one. Where's it at? I haven't removed it yet. That one right there. I like this one too. I like these older tractors, the older style, but you cannot refuel this thing. So it's unfortunate that they don't have the triggers on them. Yeah, this is a perfect mod. In other words, I'd keep this one forever if I could refuel it. The only other alternative is to, when we run out of fuel, sell it back and buy another one. It wasn't really that expensive, but I mean, that's kind of silly to buy a new tractor just to buy the fuel for it. Somebody sent you a friend request on Discord and saying they were a modder? Ask them if they make hobby horses for you there, Tomcat. Did you ever talk to Plugger about that too? He was in John's stream, he was in the chat yesterday or Friday. I bet Plugger could make a hobby horse mod. Giants might even accept it and put it in the mod hub. I would say you'd probably have to put it under clothing though, so that you could run and jump with it. It wouldn't really work like as a bicycle, I guess. It wouldn't work as a vehicle. I don't think you'd bother him. It might be a unique request because most people ask for tractors and combines, and you know. But a hobby horse, man, that's next level right there. Maybe he wants one. Maybe he just doesn't know it yet. Have the hobby horse that's actually the horse, and then say, hey, we could make a tractor hobby horse, you know, or a combine hobby horse. I'll look around. There's our other Ford tractor. That's the small TW20 model. This one's got more under the hood though. It's a bigger Ford tractor. I really like this one. I normally have duals on it, but to plant, I had to take the duals off. I had to plant the corn and the beans. Yeah, I really like this tractor. Nice model. It'd be nice, you know, to see maybe where the game is going now that they released the Plains and Prairie pack and they introduced the Ford brand. So that means that they could introduce, you know, more Ford tractors in the future in-game. Be nice to have some in-game stuff like that. You know, they brought white into 25. Now they brought Ford into 25. This road or the other road? I can go on this road. Alright, while he does that, I'm going to check on the FERT. He looks like he's done, maybe. Roller's still going down there. Is there anything else I need to fertilize still? Let me check the list, see if there's any contracts in there. Any new ones. I think I've done them all. For April, anyway. It should refresh after April, so we'll get some other contracts. But I think I've done all the big ticket ones. There's another bale wrapping one that's a little better, but it's not the best. I was getting some great bale wrapping contracts. They were 19,000, 24,000, 23,000. And I think I've done them all. Alright, so we just got that rolling contract going. Oh. The thing just switched over. Oh, it just switched over to his custom lighting. DJ has custom lighting for morning and for sunrise and for sunset. So when it flips over, it's like flipping a switch. I know it was getting kind of light out here in the morning this morning, and then it was just like boom, it went dark again, and then it kind of grew into like this orange reddish hue. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. It was just his custom lighting engaging. It'd be nicer if it kind of transitioned in, but you know, it is what it is, you know. It's nice. I like it. I like having the custom lighting. I mean, you can kind of see the difference in the colors here. Look at the orange kind of hue casted by the shadows on the ground. It's definitely a very nice evening sunset. Alright, so while we're waiting on the roller, I guess I could go sell some more silage. Actually, you know what? I need to pay back on that loan, too. Park this guy over here. I could come back and do some of this manual while he's doing that. No, it's not your graphics fading out. That's... If you're on Judith Plains, Montana, that is DJ's custom lighting. So definitely you can see my shadow on the ground there. You can tell the difference between Giants' lighting and then his custom lighting. But it only kicks in about this time of day. It does it in the morning and it does it in the evening. Alright, let's go sell some more silage. So we got a full truckload up here, and then I'll probably wait on that one because that one's still processing down south. And then we got one more day in April after today. I think the next time around I won't do any more fast time and I'll just sleep the night and then check the job board in the morning. Job board, listen to me. Sounds like Farming Simulator 15 all over again. Not the job board, the contract list. That doesn't sound any better. That sounds like I'm making a hit list. The farming contract, what do they call it? They just call it contracts. So yeah, but I'll check the contract list and see if there's any better big ticket contracts out there. Alright, are we still going down to the animal dealer? Yep. Let me pay back on that loan while I'm thinking about it before I forget again. So we're at 2 million. We'll go down to 19. Well, not 19, 1.9 million. All right, that loan is coming off. Slowly but surely. All over. Might be able to pay some more back. Make it to 100 grand. Come on, money. Show me the money. Boy, just over 100 grand. We can do some more. Let's go to 1.8 million. That leaves us with 1 grand. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to survive the night. Tell you what, I'll keep 15 grand over there. Just because I got the hard workers going down there. Yeah, I have the hard work. I have the roller still going. But we're gonna sell some more silage in the morning. Well, no, I've got the other hard worker going, don't I? He got about 32%. He should keep going on that until he finishes it. As long as we don't go into the next month, I think they'll be okay. I think I'm almost going the same speed as the plane, almost. He's going a little bit faster than I am. Off road here. My heads are done. check the list again. Again, that 10 grand and the 12 grand one, yeah. For the drive down there, it's just almost not worth it. It needs to be, for me to really look at it, it's got to be at least a bare minimum of 15. Alright, nothing's popping up. So, I'm going to let the silos make some more silage. And I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to sleep through the night. Go to 8 o'clock. And I don't think this list is going to refresh. At least not to the stuff that we want. Not to the big ticket. I think I've done them all. Now, let me go grab the truck and we'll go sell some more silage. Alright, we got almost a full load up here. We've definitely got a full load down south, so let me run down there. Wonder... I might fast time a little bit. Just to get this one up to a full load, and then we'll have 2 full loads. AI worker, is he done? Oh, you know what? That might be our roller. Well, good. I can move him over. Let's see. Where's silage at? It's at the bottom down there. On a fast time. Try to get that number up to a full load. And there we go. Still going to the animal dealer. Yep, still going to the animal dealer. Clear the list again. That close. I'm on the trailer. Here we go. That's weird. Had to unhook and rehook it. Where can you download this map from? Let me post the link for you. Alright, so that is the link. Right there. From DJ Modding. Should pop up in chat there. There we go. Keep in mind this is a highly detailed map. It's a 4X map. It is a PC only map. It is very detailed. So if your computer is a bit laggy, I mean, even the best ones lag at first until you fly around the map or, you know, drive around the map and all the shaders load in. But if you still have problems, you might have to turn your quality down depending on your PC specs. Morning, Trent. Hello, Shane. You know what? I was supposed to go to the animal dealer first. I'm thinking about the other silo down there. Oh, let me turn around. I got another load down there, though. Full truck. Oh. They really need to move these trucks off the highway. They're in a bad spot. Isn't it illegal? Isn't it, I don't know how it is in Montana, but isn't it in some states illegal to park your truck on the side of the road unless it's an emergency? Isn't that called like the emergency lane on the shoulder? I know in some states it's illegal to park on the side. Just to park there. Now if you've, you know, broke down or, you know, had a blowout or, you know, something like that. But if you're just stopping to catch an episode of MASH and eat a ham sandwich, no. You might get written up for that. You might get a ticket. Alright, I'll finish paying this down to 1.8. So we're down to 1.8. I'll go get that other full load from south there. This one's down to just clover and grass. And then this one's down to just clover, grass, and alfalfa now. Still processing. Let me grab this guy and move him over to that other field over there. Double check this to make sure that it needs to be rolled. Yep. So we need to roll the other two fields, the barley fields up there too. And that should be it. Everything else should be ready to go. Go get the dirt guy going. The train. Adding anhydrous to a mod. I've got one, and then there's somebody else making another anhydrous rig. Who was that? I grab my phone here and look. I think I took a screenshot of it. Somebody else is working on one. Get down here and fill up. I keep going to this side to fill up. I don't know why. Alright, let me look that up while this guy fills. It's kind of like that one. And it might even be the same one. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it here. Who did that one in Discord? This one's by OS Farms. Who did that one? Well, I say it's by OS Farms. It is... It's actually by Benny's FS Models, but they reached out to OS Farms to in-game the whole setup. So you get the anhydrous bar, the shank, you know, the applicator and all that stuff. So he's working on that. That's who did that? Okay. I guess that might be why they're reaching out then. I wonder if it's... It doesn't look like the same thing though. Look them up on Facebook. You can see they posted images of it. It kind of looks similar, but I think it's different. How much we got left in there? 43,000, so we'll come back next month. Or the next day, which will be the next month. Alright, let's go sell this load. Should have another 100,000 here. Getting our loan paid back. Sell our beans. I'm hoping we can get it really paid back. They have to see how, you know, see what kidneys are going for these days. Be able to afford that field. We're trying to buy the big field, Trent. That's our goal. Big old number 61. It's in soybeans over there. I hate that, you know, I like that it's fully fertilized, but I also hate that it's fully fertilized because I really kind of wanted to fertilize it. I think there'd be big money. I got to weed it, so I got $118,000 for weeding that field. But to fertilize it, oh man, I bet it would be. I bet you get a lot of money for fertilizing it. So are these the cows for the Brown farm? Or is this just a random cow barn here? I think it's just a random cow barn. Unless it actually functions as a cow barn. When you buy that land, it comes with that prairie land. It may just be decorative though. I've never noticed any place to really feed them, and I've never looked in the barn itself. Yeah, okay. So it is the same one. So they're working on bringing it to, I guess, maybe the Mata, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe they're working on it, trying to perfect it. It might not be to its level of perfection yet. I don't know. They asked them to work on it, so they're going to work on it. mod hub. Yeah, well, maybe PC only mod hub. It's too nice for the mod hub. Sometimes that is the case. Probably for somebody's Patreon or something, and I'm not a fan of the Patreon stuff. Shouldn't charge for mods, you know. I can see doing your mod and then putting it in the mod hub, and then you get a cut there, but you actually like charge people for like beta versions of your mod, and then, you know, and the finished product, you know. Did the guy rolling down there complete? I think he did. Or not. Oh god. Oh no 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 no. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. We still got a full load of silage in this thing. I was like, don't send me flying. Whew. Not today. Whew. I'll have to remember that one. That might be a one for the Twitch tickler playlist. Who are these people walking through here? Do not walk on the truck line. Everyone has their squatted trucks on Patreon. AI worker finished. Is that the guy? That's not the guy rolling. Who's that? Is that our roller? No, he's still going. Who is? Oh, you know what? That might have been the first guy. I think the fertilizer guy was still going. Yeah, he's done. So now that field should be fully fertilized. Just waiting on the roller over there now. Yep, that's fully fertilized. Doesn't need rolling. Oh my gosh, he's got a lot to do. He's got to make another round, and then, well, you got to finish that second round, and then do the back and forth. So, I would say in the meantime, I could go pick up the rest of that grass down there. Cut this off. Let's check our contract list one more time here. Complete that one. Another 15.5 there. Oh, I can actually pay back more off that loan. So we'll take that down to 1.7. So there's 1.7. We're down to 1.7, guys. We have just about paid off the loan by half. So that's pretty good. And then if there's ever any question, how'd you do it? We can go down here to contracts income. Yeah, I got busy in April. Look at April. Right there below the green line. So nothing in December. 258.5 in January. 67,000 in February. 671,000 in March. And then we made $1,053,000 so far in April. That's just so far. There could be some other contracts pop up, but I think I've done them all. Because the big ticket contracts, there's not a whole lot left. Let's go hit that refresh button over here. Yeah, no, it looks like the same contracts popping back up, but they're not big ticket contracts. They're the small stuff. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's only for the beta versions? Yeah. I'll hold off on the beta versions. I don't really need the beta version. I'd rather have the final version anyway. Where's that at? We might go do this one. It's not a big ticket one, but I gotta wait on that roller guy anyway. Yeah, let's go do this one real quick. This one is just up the hill. Grab the first rig. He's still got a whole field to roll here, so we gotta wait on him. And then I'll come back and probably pick up the rest of that grass that I've got laying over there. We're gonna take the road less traveled. Matter of fact, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. We are not taking any roads. We are going to do a little off-roading. Just a little bit. We're going to climb a mountain with a tractor. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I do know that down on that end of the map, on the east end, there is like a... It's kind of like Fields of Madison County, where there's kind of like a mowed out old Civil War trail. That's what we used to call it over on Madison County. It's kind of like it used to be a road. There was even culverts on that area, but it's like covered in grass and kind of grown up a little bit. So I always liked that about Madison County, the realism of it. That kind of old, it might have been like an old log road or something, or an old field road that somebody stopped using or something, and it grew up. But there's kind of one of those down there on the east end. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go down there and show it off to y'all. I got time. Just gonna fly. Come fly with me. Let's fly, we'll fly away. Take the help off. Hit that button there. Did it go off? Or does that stay on? You know what? Maybe that stays on. Okay, you can't turn the help off in there. That's something new I learned. Wait, what? I've never noticed this before. There's an island out here. Dude, this would be a perfect place to put collectibles. Wouldn't that be funny if there was like, if he put one collectible type thing, and it's out here on this island, like it's a treasure chest or something? Kind of like over on, what was that map? The Wyoming map. Elk Mountain. Remember Elk Mountain? He had like little treasure chests. Or even over on Millennial Farmer, he had something like that, kind of. But anyway, the road that I'm talking about starts kind of right there. You can kind of see it. It's on the side of a mountain, but it's there. It's like a gap. And there's kind of something like that on the other end too, on the west side. I don't think it's quite as pronounced as that one, but you can kind of see it there too. See, it goes up the hill right there. Kind of like a gap. Might be the perfect place to put a road in the future once we own that land. That are down through here. So there's like this little area down that goes down through there. Alright, let's climb a mountain. Gotta find a spot that's not steep. There's a ditch. Whoop. Go in cab to do this. Oh yeah, this ain't bad. This is not too steep. Matter of fact, this is less steep down there. Well, this might be the best place to put a, this might be the best place to put a road. Look how, this is totally not steep through here. It just kind of slopes up that way. Yeah, look at this. This would be perfect for a road. Clear the trees out. Where does it go from here? Can we go that way? Yeah, you can take it up that way. Dude, I wish I could get the brucks out and start clearing this. We don't own the land though. This would be perfect for another little road here. Clear a lot of these little trees out, all these little bushes. And then you'd have to go this way. It looks a little thicker over here though. Perfect for a road though. Which way am I going? Still going up, right? Yeah. Okay. Because that's kind of important. Make sure you're still going up the mountain. It feels perfect. It feels like you're down, it feels like this was kind of cut out. Maybe this was an old road back in the days of Montana. An old Cherokee Indian trail. Did they have Cherokee Indians in Montana? I know they had Indians. I've seen the westerns. It's going up. Oh look, there's a barn over there. I think we're getting close to a farm over here. Yep. Where does that actually come out at? It comes out right behind this building here. When you know there's a fence there. You'd have to curve it around this way. It'd have to come out through this farm. But yeah, there's totally a road right there. Might have been a road at one time. But it definitely might be a road in the future. Alright, where was I going? Where was that contract at? I've done totally got distracted. We're going right there. So we are right there. I need to go north, go across the highway bridge, and then it's right there. In winter's chill or summer's heat, a farmer works so the world can eat. Who dat? Wait, what does that one say? Oh, it says the same thing. Come on. It looked different. It looked different on this side, but I guess it's the same. Yeah, that's what you'd call a full pucker moment there, Twitchy. Almost getting hit by a train. That ain't your daddy. Your daddy was hit by a train. Now I'm marrying Vernon T. Waldrop. He's bona fide. Cool points if you know what movie that's from. I think that's one of the staples of a deep southern movie. That one and Smokey and the Bandit. Classic. Alright, it's this field, right? Yep. You don't know what movie that's from? No? Nobody? No one? Class? Anyone? Running on empty, running on. Ain't it pretty? Beautiful map. Did a good job on it. I want to check out this open lot over here. Got meadow slash prairie grass out in it. Not a bad size. Say it's just probably about the size of the one that we've got down there just north of the gravel road. $174,000. Few open lots like this around the map. That might be the most expensive one. That's $444,000 over there. $257 for that one. Nope, that's the most expensive open lot. $611,000. That's the most expensive one so far. You don't see too many up here. Most of the open lots are down south. We got that one and then ones on the east side. I think that's the last one on this side that we haven't bought yet. These were definitely cheaper though. Got that one for $127. Got that one for $149. And we got that one for $169. So they go up from there. That one's $174. So this is probably the most expensive one. They kind of go up from there. So this one's the next one after that one over there. Then that one. Then this one. Tell you the forest, this little forest area down here, there's a forest area up here that's really expensive. That's 1.7 million. But there's also a forest area down here that's not so expensive. And this is probably what we'll look at next. It's a little smaller, but it's 519. You think about all the trees on it though, that if you want to go in and do actual logging or if you want to go in and just wood chip it all. Still rolling. How much more we got? Yeah, he's about halfway done. Yeah, oh brother, where art thou? Yeah. I want more. That's way down there. I don't want to drive all the way down there. Not for that. If it was a higher price, I would drive down there. All right. There's a little bit of money. But I think, yeah, I think I've done all the big ticket ones. Where is our weeder at? Right there. Where is this? Oh, wait. He's already down here. I'll just go ahead and go do that. It's not a bad price. It's not the best price, but shouldn't take long. I would go ahead and go into the next month. But he is actually field rolling that field. I do got some grass to pick up down here, though. Maybe I'll do that. I'll hire this guy out, and then I'll go pick up this grass. I got grass, a little bit of grass left over here. And I got a little bit left down here. Put these in the silos. Oh, the road sign. Well, ever since we moved to Judith Plains, Montana, the road department has never been busier. Just replacing the signs that I've knocked over. Let's see actually how much we have left in there. So this silo, yeah, we were good down here, 101, and then the one up north, 157, even better up there. Okay. So we'll put it in this one down here. This will be the last time that I use this Pottinger trailer. Sell this back. Couple more victims of the road signs. I don't know if I can pick any of this up or not. Probably come in here with a rake and rake it back. Yeah, no. Too far over. Again, I can probably come in with the rake and grab it. Well, actually, I'm getting a little bit of it there. It's gonna bark at me though. So I can come in with the rake, and it's kind of a trick. You gotta be sitting on land that you own. So if you take the rake, you can go over just a little bit and then reach out across there, and it will rake it back over onto your land. So that's how you get, if you got grass somewhere that can't pick up because you don't own the land that it's sitting on, that's how you do it. Kind of the same way with trees. If you cut down a tree and it falls on land that you don't own, it won't let you cut the tree up if it's sitting on somebody else's land. But if you push that tree back over onto your land that you own, then you can cut the tree up. It's kind of silly the way that works, but that's how it is. Just use the lumberjack then? Yeah. I've actually got that setting turned off, or so that when we go around cutting trees, we don't accidentally cut our neighbors' trees. Because a lot of times the lots will be like right next to each other, kind of. So we don't accidentally cut down a neighbor's tree. I've got that turned off to where it'll say, hey, you don't own this tree. But we can still utilize the features of the other features of the lumberjack mod. Oh, he's just about done. Woohoo! By the time I get the last little bit of grass over here, we should be doing it about the same time. Hello, Steven. How's it going? Alright, got that picked up. Let's go dump this in there and we'll sell this trailer back. much there. Cut that off. We'll repair that and repaint it, and then son of it. 144,000. We can pay more back on our loan. Woohoo! We're down to 1.7. This will get us down to 1.6. Alright, 1.6. Alright, we will check on our guys. He's still going, or is he done? I think he's done. Yep, he's done. So nothing else needs rolling. Everything is, well, we got our barley fields. You know what? I think I'm just going to skip the rolling on the barley fields. It's only just maybe like 1% or something, so I think we're good to go there. Everything else has been rolled and is fully fertilized. So let's head back up north. Truck that off. Did I collect that? Is that guy still going? I guess he's still going. He's at 98%. Should be about done though. Come on, bro. You're holding up progress. Let's go. Come on, 99. 99. Come on, 100. Yay. Now we can collect that one. Okay. Find the truck. It's out there somewhere. There it is. Alright, so I don't think we have any silage right now. 62,000 down there, 18,000 there. The best thing that we can do right now, I think, is sleep to the next day. So I'm just going to go down to the house here. Do you want to sell? No. No, I want to visit it. Not sell our house. This is where we lay our head at night. I don't want to sell it. There. So yeah, the contracts, there's just nothing popping up out there anywhere. So we're going to go to the next month, into May, and see what we get. Rain. Rain is a good thing. We got rain. Okay, let's see what we got. We should have some more silage. Yep, got another full load there. And another full load down there. So, what do we got contract-wise? It may take a second to populate. We'll come back to that. Let's go back to the truck. Sell some more silage. Get our loan paid back down some more. Move, people randomly walking in the road here. I could sleep in this truck. This is a very nice truck. Got a refrigerator. There's a TV back there somewhere. Glancing around the map to see if anything else has been planted. Ooh, I see some good ones out there. There's a good fert one. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good vert one. We'll take that one. Ooh, there's another good vert one. 18,000. Yes, please. I'll take that one. Alright, let's see if the silage is still the same price down there. Yep, 225, so we're going to the animal dealer again. I really want to get to the beans today. I really do. Sell the beans, we save the world. What was that show? Save the cheerleader, save the world. Heroes. Yeah. From way back in the day. That was back in the days of Lost and Grey's Anatomy. And, well, I guess Grey's Anatomy, I think that's actually still on the air, isn't it? I think so. I don't watch it anymore. I watched a few episodes of it, and then they started killing people off. I was like, yeah, it's not ER. I was an ER guy. I was an NBC medical show guy. I liked ER back in the day. I never watched Chicago Hope. I never watched, what's the new one? Chicago Med, I think it is, maybe. I was an ER guy. George Clooney, Anthony Hopkins, you know, the OGs, pretty much, basically. Eric LaSalle. All the OG doctors left the show, though. You didn't have Dr. Green or Dr. Ross anymore. You didn't have Dr. Carter really anymore. He kind of left towards the end. You had all new doctors there towards the end of the show. That's the thing, though. Doctors come and go, but nurses are forever, I guess. X-ray techs are forever, too. Lab techs, X-ray techs, ER techs, ICU techs. Finally got another field and pay down the load? Excellent. We're about to pay more down on our loan. It's in season 21? I think they're going to another season. I think they're bringing another season back. I think I heard the girls talking about that at work. All right, let's pay that loan down. Will this get us to 1.5? Yes, it will. $1.5 million. All right, so how much silage do we have left up here? That's down south. We still got a full load down there. And then we got a little bit left up here. Do I need to deactivate anything? I need to deactivate... Nothing quite yet up here. Almost. The alfalfa's almost gone up here. And then we're still processing grass, sand, clover down there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I need to check on those fields. Okay, they're not quite ready yet. Our grass field, it says it's ready, but it's actually not. So we're watching this clover field, and then we've got that alfalfa field that will be ready. It'll be nice to get them all synced up, but right now, our grass field, I don't think that's ready yet. I think that's like the first harvest stage for it. So that should be ready June, July-ish. Alright, let's go down south. Get that full load down there. And we'll come... Actually, you know what? Let me get the fertilizing guy going first. He's one tab away in the other direction. Huh. Alright, where am I going? Hit this button real quick. Nothing there yet. So 18,000 up there. Let's go up there first. And then the next one... Actually, we're closer to this one. Let's go to that one. We'll knock this one out real quick and then go get the big one. Because it's going to take me a few minutes to drive down to the other farm. Might as well have this guy working on these contracts. So we can have that little bit of bonus money there. Almost 30 grand for the 2 contracts. Hello, welcome in. Where am I? Oh, I'm there. I'm almost on the other side. Let me go ahead and hire it out over here. Okay. Just remember I got a tab once to the right. Instead of going through all the equipment we got. Another reason to liquidate some more of the equipment, I guess. We can not have to tab through everything. I think it makes sense to have 3 classes of tractors. So, small tractor, medium tractor, and maybe a couple large tractors. Maybe 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large. Because, you know, you have certain jobs for the small tractors, and then you have certain jobs for medium tractors, and then, you know, you get your bigger jobs, cultivating, stuff like that, for the larger tractors. The barley is growing. I'm saying that's probably going to be ready by August or September. That'd be cool if we could plant it in the spring and then harvest it in the early fall. Tractor. Show me the money. Show me the money. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Hmm. So he's over halfway done with that field over there, so I'll run this up there, get this sold, and then we'll move him up to the big field. I'll grab what's left. If anything's left, I don't know if I'll come back down here or not, because there's not a ton left down here. What is left down here? Let's see. Yeah, 11,000, or no, 41,000. I might come back down here. Not right now. We'll sleep on it. We'll sleep another day, get another couple full loads. Finish these contracts out, because there's not any other bigger ones popping up. I'll keep looking though. New. Think we can get this done in an hour? Make it to the bean sale. Whoa. Guess the truck still do that. Really want to get to the beans. We're a month away. Cue Jerry Reed. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. Got a long way to go, and it's short time to get there. I'm northbound, just watch your bandit road. What do you do with the corn? Hang on, I gotta turn. Can't read it. What do you do with the corn once it's been through the corn dryer? You can sell it. You can buy the whiskey factory and take it to the whiskey factory. I think to make the corn flour, I think that just takes regular corn. If you go through your productions menu, you can see what all you can do with your dried corn. You can sell it. I mean, there's a good price for dried corn here. If you want to just sell the grain, you can do that. But go through your productions menu, and there's a ton of stuff you can do with your dried corn. I know that corn, you can do a lot of stuff here. You can do corn oil, you can do corn flour, you can make whiskey, and there's probably some other stuff that I'm thinking about. You can take it to the ethanol plant. Tons of stuff to do with corn here. If you're gonna play this map, you gotta love corn. And corn to me is like the icon of farming. There's no other, I don't think there's really any other crop that you could post the logo of, or the icon, the picture of corn, and be like farming, Alright, he's done with that contract, so let's go get to selling this. We'll move him up here. Something popped up. Nothing big ticket though. Alright, I'm gonna shut that off. Tab over once to this guy. Go get him. We're just gonna go down here and hit the highway. I think this will be the fastest route to take. So yeah, if you look in productions, let's see. Go to the ones that you don't own. So yeah, you can make silage too. Let's see, dried corn. So you can take dried corn to the whiskey factory. Corn oil takes just regular corn. You need dried corn at the ethanol plant. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with the dried corn. And then again, you want to hang on to it. It's good money for dried corn. We're going to get into all of that after this season. Saw that field pop up down there, and I was like, "Oh, we gotta have it. We gotta have the big one." You know, kind of like Sid with his firework rocket when it came in the mail. The big one, extremely dangerous. Keep out of reach of children. Cool. Move, citizens of Moccasin. Fertilizer coming through. Do not cross the road. Alright, where am I going? Right there. So I need to go basically down this field road there. Have you played Louisiana map? No, I have not. Are you talking about the Louisiana map? You must be talking about the Louisiana map. This map, there really are no small fields. There's a few, but most of them are pretty big. It doesn't look like it from this, but this is a 4X map. So all these fields that I'm passing right now are pretty big. And these are not even the biggest ones. We're trying to buy the biggest one. It's down here. So you see the size of these that I'm passing right now? This is the big one that we're after right there. This is the field that we need. This one might take a minute for him to do. I'll go grab. We might actually fast time a little bit and try to get the silage built back up. And try to make it through the evening here. And I think I'm going to take a quick break while this guy's fertilizing. Alright, I will be right back, guys, in just a couple of minutes. Alright, I am back. So, we are just over half done with this field. I'm gonna fast time after the game saves. Check this list one more time. Nothing really there. Try to build the silage back up a little bit. Get through to the evening. Great demand at fermenting silo. What's that for? We own the fermenting silos though, don't we? That didn't make sense. Great demand at fermenting silo. Wonder what that's all about. We own the fermenting silos though. That doesn't, Well, I'm glad I got that in my commute button. Alright, let's collect that one. I had to sneeze. It was a violent sneeze. There's that one that's still down. Where's that at? That's actually the one down there, down south of us. And it's only 12 grand though. Not really a big ticket item. What is our silage up to? Almost a full load up here. Not a full load down there yet. So we're getting there. Go a little through the day here. I gotta look up the soybean prices. See what's good. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. We'll go to 5. Five o'clock. Yep, got a full load of silage up here to get, and then a little bit down there. I'll hold off on going down there again. Do I need to deactivate anything? Yes, I need to deactivate the alfalfa up here. Turn that off. And then we still are processing grass down south. 97, 98, 99. He's done. All right. Got another 100 in the bank. Pay off some more loan. This will get us down to 1.4 million. All right. Paying that loan off. Left and right. I like it. Go grab a load of silage again. Sell another load. kind of want to go watch Smokey and the Bandit now. I may do that tonight. I may watch me some Smokey and the Bandit. Alright, got another full load. Let's check on the soybean prices. What are we kind of looking for? Soybeans. We got 365,000 liters of soybeans. That ought to be a good payday. That says July, and it says 22.26. So the prices are not there yet, but they will be. So it might be June, it might be July. Typically it's June. We'll wait and see. Well, that's the target price. If it gets to that target price in June, we'll sell in June. If it doesn't, and it actually goes higher in July, then it'll be like, well, we told you so. But normally it's June. Love to have this field over here, but we can't afford it right now. It's in oats right now, which is not a what are the words I'm looking for? Not a bad crop. A really nice crop. Assuming I'm still going to the same place for this. I think so. I think I already looked this up. It was still the same price when I looked. It'd take forever to get down the silage. Come on, get there. Yes. Animal dealer. Woo, got back just in time. Why are you people walking on the road? Let's sell some silage. Check the contracts again. Ooh, there's a big cultivating one. Where's that at? That's down there south of the farmers market. I think we got to do that one. That's kind of a big one. Don't know if it'll cross over into the next month though. I think aren't we in the last day of May? Oop, something disappeared. Alright, so that's kind of the only big one. Let me take the big guy. It's gonna take a minute to drive down there. Can't really pass that one up though. That's kind of a big one. Why I bought this big cultivator too. Still aiming to sell the beans. I'd love to do it today before I have to go. We're not, again, we're not streaming the normal amount of time that we stream, which is why I'm kind of in a rush. I gotta end somewhere around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And it's getting there. What time is it now? It's 10 o'clock now. So 10:30, 11 o'clock, I got 30 minutes to an hour. Oh, you know what? The next day is not June. The next day is other days in May. I'm tempted just to go ahead and go to June after this. But we need the money. So, if we don't get to it today, to the beans, if we don't get to the beans today, we'll get to them in one of the YouTube videos coming out this week. Hopefully we get to it today. The one downside to these tractors, they only go 15 miles an hour. I may have to take a shortcut across one of the sides of the fields up here. Wonder which one will be best. I really gotta watch for these wide, I don't know, I'm probably gonna change the triples out on this at some point. I like the triples, it's like, ooh, nice and shiny. Or, you know, triples. But, I kinda wanna go back to duals. Where would be a shortcut? Come on, save. That's the one downside to a 4X map, it takes forever to save. Let's see, we're going there. So, maybe cut across there. So just past the bridge. Or just before the bridge, maybe. We'll see which way looks better. There's the bridge. Where are we at? Okay, we're passing that field. The next field might be where we want to cross. Or the one after that. Maybe the one after that. Because this one you kind of got to go back that way and then turn. And this one you can kind of come around as a curve. So we'll go over the bridge. Do we have a mod to take more loan? No. I did look at the enhanced loan mod in the mod hub, but it's different the way it works. If there was a mod that just expanded the loan, I would be interested. But honestly, you know, I kind of want to get the loan paid down so we're not paying that interest all the time. And then we can make our own money, you know, get our revenue net positive here. Alright, that's kind of a sharp turn. I'm gonna go for it though. Oh, don't be in the creek, don't be in the creek, don't be in the creek. Made it. One thing about these tractors, well, another one thing about these tractors, they're slow, but they don't lose power. They keep going. Any other tractor you go kind of up a hill like that, you're gonna variate your power. You're gonna variate speed. How did you get a $2 million loan? We actually had a $3 million loan. You can go up to $3 million with the base game loan, but you got to have the collateral to do so. And to have the collateral to do so, you got to own land, and it may be equipment. I don't know if equipment applies to that or not, but It seems that when you buy more land, you've got collateral. And I want to say the equipment might apply to it too. And we've bought some land. We've bought some fields. Now it'll, you know, if you buy land as you go, it'll incrementally go up. So you won't get the $1 million all at once. Put the GPS on. Oh, pull that thing. You got the power. When you start a new save, you can take a loan. You can probably take more, but not the full 3 million. Yeah, you can only take, yeah, $1 million. I think the way it works is the starting loan, it depends on how much land you start with too, I guess. But it calculates whatever your collateral is. So depending on what map you're on and how much land you start with, it can start anywhere from 500,000 to 750,000, $1 million. I've seen it stop just past $1 million, like 1.2, 1.5. But eventually, once you buy more land and you have enough to cover, I guess, for the bank, maybe that's why it is that way. You can go all the way up to 3 million, but it maxes out at 3 million. Be nice if it didn't max out at 3 million, especially when you have fields this big, and you want to take more. But keep in mind, when you take more loan, you're going to be paying the interest on that loan too. So and the way that the enhanced loan works, it's kind of complex, but it does the same kind of interest, and I don't know if it's variable or not, or how that works, but it does something monthly. So it might increase or decrease your interest charges there. Alright, we're 10% done with this. I'm gonna do it myself because to hire it out, they take too long. They would take the proper time to turn around and stuff. No, we ain't got time. There's no time, no time. Nope, not that one. I want to do one more inroad and then I'll start moving. Back and forth. East and wests. 20%. Design. Which one is the line? I think that's not that one. Hey, look. The chickens are having a meeting. They're congregating down here in the field. Hope they move by the time I come back through. They're going to get cultivated under. I'm telling you, I think there's a chicken cult here on this map. The other day they were over there standing with their wings straight out. Very weird. Kind of reminds me of that the meme with the guy. I don't know what rock band it is, but he's an old guy and he's got long white hair, and I guess they got a fan blowing on him or something like that, and he's got this crazy look. His eyeballs are really wide, and they got the fan blowing his hair back, and he's like slowly panning his head around the audience, looking around the audience, and the rock band is like playing their rock music or whatever. It's turned into a meme. It's used for a lot of stuff now. They didn't move. No. Well, it's fried chicken for dinner. I wonder if he meant to do that, because it's kind of random where they spawn at. I wonder if DJ meant to have chickens like randomly around the map like that. There's some other spots where they're just kind of just like, okay, there's a chicken in the middle of the field. Why are you here? Did you escape from some farmer's farm? Are you a free-spirited, free-grazing chicken? What's the deal? Alright, we're at 65%. We're getting there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go through May. Are they free-range chickens? They might really be. I don't know. Maybe that's why he did them like that. Maybe they're free-range chickens. They need to get out of the field, though. They're going to get the... They won't be free-range chickens for long if you stay out here. They're either going to get cultivated under, or plowed under, or planted under, or something. They're still there. I don't know. That's weird. They weren't intended to be all over. Oh. Well, they're all over. Look. They're kind of staring and looking at me now. That's kind of weird. They're like watching me cultivate. It's very weird. I think they're plotting on me. I think they're part of a cult. I really do. The chicken cult. %. We're knocking it out. Check the fermenters. Still running. This one's out of grass, so let me turn off the grass. That one's only got clover left, so we'll leave that running. This one's got a little bit of grass left and clover left. I think when we sleep another day, that might do it. Looks like there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 more loads there. And maybe 2 or 3 more loads there. But the fermenters, they have a 1,000,000 liter capacity for silage. So we'll probably have to sell at least. Might not have to sell, might be able to keep it in there. And then sell it later on. So we might be able to go to June and sell our beans. I'm just happy we got our loan down to 1.4. %. 90%. I always feel like the chicken's watching me. It's like chickens of the corn over here. It's a little scary. There is a new scary movie that I absolutely do not want to see. Called, what's it called? Oh, Clown in a Cornfield. Okay, so problem number one, it's a clown, and he's in a cornfield. Now, don't get me wrong. As a farming simulator farmer player, I like corn. Okay? In real life, I like corn. I like popcorn. I like corn. I like corn on the cob. I like everything corn. But when it involves a clown, I no. I'm not. I'm out. Got another kind of pass over here. I'm gonna go hit that. I think that'll knock it down to 100%. If not, I'll hit these little blips on the ends. I think this will do it though. 98. $99. $100. Woohoo! Alright, I'm just gonna shut that off right there. We'll collect that. Alright, I'm going over to the house to sleep. Don't sell it. Gotta close the door. I don't want to let the bears in. Alright, we'll go to the next day. Double check the silage to make sure we're not full. We shouldn't fill up though. Should not fill up. So we're at 291 down south. It's a full load. 88 up here, so that's not a full load. Let's go and sleep another day. Gonna make it. We're gonna sell the beans today. Woohoo! Maybe in the storm. Nope. A little quick thunderstorm. Sweet summer rain. Alright. That's another quote from my brother right there. So 217, not quite a full load there. We've got, yep, a couple full loads, I think, almost down there. So let's go another day. We're gonna go into June. Hopefully we can sell them in June. It'd be nice to sell them and then see how the contracts look then. Okay, so silage is still processing the clover. We definitely got a full load there. Yeah, we got a couple full loads down there. I need to actually turn off the grass there. So all we're processing right now is clover. All right, we are in June. Let's check the growth of the fields here now. So it looks like the clover's ready, the grass is probably ready, and then the alfalfa is probably ready. Okay, let's check the prices for the beans. Hopefully they're good. They're not quite there yet from what I'm seeing. It might be July. We're looking for 22.26. Yep, not quite there yet. So let's get there. We can go to the 3rd day of June and cut. Actually, you know, we can just wait because the grass is not going to wither, right? You can cut it any time of the year. If we had something like that was crop type, you know, maybe not, but let's check that price again. Why did it jump back down to silage? Maybe I need to save the game while it's up here. The prices are definitely coming up. Save the game while we're up there. Okay. They're not quite there yet. They're going to hit 22 though. Sometime. So we're going into June 3rd now. Please be good. Oh yeah, they're good now. 22.73 at the Country View Dairy. 22.37. 22.81 at the farmer's market. Or wait, is that the farmer's market? No, that's somewhere else. Flatbed food and grain. I'm going to have to put a tag on some of these places because I do not know where they're at. Looking for the highest price. $22.46. So it's looking like $22.81. Yeah, $22.81 is going to be the winner. So let's tag that place. And let's go get our truck. We're going to sell our beans. Woohoo! Not a moment too soon because it's getting close to time I've got to run. I bet it's, what do you bet it's down south? No, it's right back there. Well, that's lucky. The highest price for the beans is right back there. We don't have that far to drive. That is lucky. We'll see how much we get for them. We're going to have to come back for the last little bit of them. But we've got a full load. And then we might can sell some silage. We might have time to sell a few more truckloads of silage. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. I was looking at the fuel gauge. I'm like, maybe we should put some fuel in. Now we'll make it. We're gonna make it. Just gotta find it. Soybeans, where are you? That's not the right thing. These things are really close together. Wheat. Soybeans, there we go. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Guess while that's going, I'll check the contract list. Oh yeah, there's some good ones. Some harvesting ones. Oh yeah, these are the other. Okay, there's some good ones out there. I will pick some of these out. Got some good cultivating ones. I'll have to come back and look at this list. Fertilizing, there's a 15. Some good hoeing. Well, there's one good hoeing contract. Kind of good. Mowing, there's some mowing ones. We could probably do the mowing ones to get the Mozilla out of the shed down there. Alright, let's go sell these beans. Gotta figure out how to get to this place. Please, big money. We want the big money. Is it this place that's right in here that we've been kind of going through the thing? Or is it further around there? It looks like it might be further around there. I think it might be on the other side of the tracks. I think it's on the other side of the tracks. Let's go around. We gotta cross the tracks. It's not this place. this place down here. Gotta go up in this. This is the right place. I want to make sure. Where's the sign? Flat field, feed and grain. I think that was it. 22. 81, flat field, feed and grain. Yep, this is the place. All right. Let's sell these beans. Big money, big money. Oh yeah, we can pay a lot of that loan back now. Still got over 100,000 liters, I think, still back there in the silo. Yes, sir. We're going to be buying that field. Not today, but before it's ready to harvest, we're going to be buying that field. All right. Boy, $547,000. I'll take it. Again, there's money in beans. If you haven't heard it, if this is your first time playing Farming Simulator, beans is a great way to start. It's not a very high yield, but it's an easy crop to plant, and once you get to and you sell it at the right time of the year, which is usually June or July, there's money in beans. So you've heard it here. If you haven't heard it anywhere else, spread the good word. There's money in beans. John over there at Puma Plow, he'll tell you too, there's money in beans. Good money. And then we got several loads of silage to sell. Get that loan paid down. We're gonna buy that field. It's gonna happen. I didn't think it was. Honestly, I was skeptical. But if you save your money, which is hard to do here, especially with me, I'll be the first to admit it. Another 125,000 liters of the beans. Pay some of that loan back. How about it? What can we get down to? I think we'll pass 1 million. Yep. There goes 1 million. We started with 2 million today. Can you believe it? We'll go to 850. We'll sell the rest of these. Should be able to get down to 750. And then after we sell all the silage that we got, plus I'm going to keep working contracts because we want some money. To be nice to have our own harvester. We may still have to take one of the forage harvesters, the deer forage harvester, for a test run in the fall, but that's what we're after. AC Gaming, that's what we're after. I like that name, by the way. AC Gaming Only. Is that... Please tell me that stands for air conditioner game only. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to sit inside on a humid day, and it gets humid here in the deep south. Stay inside, out of the mosquitoes, out of the humidity, with the air conditioner, and just play farm sim, play video games, and eat pizza and drink orange soda. Let's sell the last of these. Where am I going with the silage? Let me look. Hopefully it's still the same place, or the biogas. Silage, where are you? There you are. It's still the same place. Going to the animal dealer. Alright, so we made another 280 something thousand there. Go load up some silage. Your friends call you air conditioner? Is the equipment on display at the shop part of the map or a mod? That's actually part of the map. And if you... Did you ever play Silver Run? If you played Silver Run, it's kind of set up kind of like that, I think. So on Silver Run, you could use the forklift down at the big sawmill in the southern part of the map, and then you could use the mining equipment up at the mine. I think it's kind of set up like that. You can use the equipment, but you can't own it. You can't tab to it, but it's there for you to use. And I bet you can't hire it out either, so we'll have to figure that one out. We've got tippers though that we can haul behind us, and we might trade these tippers in for something bigger. Let's load up some silage. Whoop, 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 turn. Got the big thing done though. We've got the beans sold. Pay some more on that loan back here. So it's such a relief to get a lot of that loan paid back though. Alright, so there's 600,000. Pretty much been doing it in increments of 100,000. Don't know that we'll have the entire loan paid back once we get done selling the silage, but this should be about $54,000 per load. And I think we've got 2 or 3 loads up here and then 2 or 3 loads down south. So let's do it. See how much I can get sold in 15 minutes. Got the Smokey and the Bandit song playing in my head. Oh man, we went from, we had $3 million in loan the other day. And I've been doing so many contracts. I can tell you one thing, I'm gonna plant more beans. We got that big bean field over there that we're still shooting for. Gotta get this loan paid back, and then I think we need an additional 200,000, I think. Look at that field. It's a nice field. Really nice. There it is right there. Ain't it pretty? So yeah, that's $3.2 million. We get the loan fully paid back, so we need an additional 279. Might as well say 3. So 3.3. But I'm going to keep doing the contracts so we don't have to take, hopefully, as much loan out the next time. Grab another load. I've got my hazard zone from earlier. And why not? Let's see if we can save the game. What kind of contracts we got out there now? Yeah, I'll do that hoeing one. Yeah, I'll do that cultivating one. I might take out these mowing ones because we've got that big mower now. I could probably do those. So we've got 312, so one more full load here. This will probably be the last load that I haul on the stream today. Because we're about 10 minutes from 11 o'clock and I do need to be somewhere, so. Take this down there, we'll pay some more back on the loan. We should be able to pay another 200 grand back on it. And then the fermenter down south, it's got, what does that say? 693, 2, 4, we've got at least 2, maybe 3 full loads between the two. Actually, we're out of clover there too. I need to turn that off. Probably need to turn everything off. Yeah, that one's out of clover too. Oop, go back. Okay, let's go sell this. Yeah, there's a little bit of silage left in that one. So there's at least, I know there's 2 full loads down there. There might be 3. 400, 80, 80s, another 160. Oh yeah, there's another full 3 loads down there. So there's 3 loads down there, and then maybe one more full load between the 2. It might not be quite a full load. I'm mathing here now. So there's at least $150,000 there, down there, and then There will be a little bit more if we sell the rest of it. But we're going to fill the silos right back up. It's not like they're going to be down long because we do have grass and clover to cut and alfalfa. Not a whole lot. We don't have a whole lot to cut, but we do have fields that are ready. So we'll get to cutting those and get those silos filled back up so we can sell that beautiful silage footage. Doesn't roll off the tongue like bean footage, does it? Beautiful silage footage. No, beautiful bean footage. That's what could we do for silage? Chinese silage footage. No. Salary silage footage? I don't know. Hey, wait, that didn't open. Why didn't that open? Did I change the way my thing does? I did. There we go. I think when I did my hazards, I tried to do my hazards with the truck. I was on the trailer and I changed the way it dumps. So. Oh boy. Oh, hit 200,000. Hit 200. Yes. Alright. Got 4 contracts on the list right now. Got stuff to harvest down there to cut. And I've got 1 day to do it in. Well, actually I need to get the contracts done first, and then we can always cut that other stuff in July if we had to. So, I'll keep selling this stuff. I'm going to go back and repay more on this loan while I'm here. While I'm at it. Alright, I think I'm just going to take us down to 500 because that would only leave us with $7,000. So we're down to 500,000 from 2 million from this morning. We paid back $1.5 million today. That is fantastic, guys. Fantastic. I am very happy. So, make sure you go to youtube.com/thegrainarcade if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button over there. You'll know when we put more videos up. These videos will go over there this week. Probably Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And there will be more videos. There will be additional videos that you won't see here on Twitch. They will be YouTube only, so make sure you go over there and subscribe. youtube.com/thegrainarcade. And then always hit the follow button here so you know when we go live. Because, you know, you never know. There might be a random weekday stream in there at some point. But typically it's on the weekends, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Alright, until the next time, guys, everybody, have a happy Father's Day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And always remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.